Hello, Informed Crows. I'm John from the Haunt Informer, and today I'm going to be giving you my 2024 review of Pennhurst Asylum located in Spring City, Pennsylvania. So I went to opening night of Pennhurst Asylum for the 2024 haunt season. So they were still working on mobile sets. They were still building mobile things because they still had more time to work on it, and they were tweaking things. That's how it is anywhere you go for opening night. They're still tweaking sets. They were changing different sets and the different attractions, and I had a good time. I always have a great time at Pennhurst Asylum. The sets are beautiful. They're incredibly detailed, very well done, very good quality, high quality animatronics in there that work every single time you go through. Excellent scare acting, and this is a touch haunt where they can lightly touch you if they want to. They can like grab your shoulders or like mess with your hair and maybe grab an ankle, things like that. So I definitely did get startled at this attraction multiple times, and because I was a VIP holder, I bought that during the sale they did before the season. I got, I think, 50% off, so really good deal, honestly, for the VIP. So I'm happy I did. And as you can see, they rip off the different sides after you go through each attraction. And because I had VIP, I had the VIP exclusive attraction, which is called the Catacombs. So the first attraction you go through, if you have the VIP, they ask you after you go past the ticket booth, they ask you, and they will direct you down to the catacombs. There's a special entrance for that, and you'll go down to the catacombs. The set design in the catacombs is really impressive because you are fully immersed in there. You really feel like you're in this cavernous area with all these different formations, and it's very grungy and dark in there for sure. Lots of good hiding spots for the scare actors. I got scared really bad at one point because it got really foggy at one point, and I was having trouble telling what was a prop and what wasn't. When a scare actor lunged out right at me, right at my face, that got me really good. So great Star Wars scare, definitely one of the best ones I had the whole season. So great job right there. You did an excellent job. Definitely Star Wars scared me really bad right there. And it's very creepy and ominous in there with the lighting. Like they have some faux candles in there as well. And they have it lit just the right amount, but not too much. And it's very foggy at points, like I just said. There are a lot of really good quality props of occult members in there, so you never know which is an actor, which is a prop. So it's a really good statue scare mix up in there the whole time. You're always on edge. Very good quality, loud sound effects. There are mobile news scenes in the catacombs for 2024. It was different than the first year they did it last year in 2023. So I was very happy about that. They moved around mobile props and animatronics. And one of the most impressive scenes of the whole attraction, the catacombs, was the finale, which they changed up from the year prior. Very different. They had an entirely different setup there. They had this massive demon prop for Unit 70 Studios. Absolutely massive, easily 12 foot tall, very tall. And he has no eyes, and he has this massive axe, and they have mobile props of occult members like praising him, and you don't know which one's going to be real, and one of them comes after you, and that was really neat. I really enjoyed that. That was a very impressive ending, and there was a dragon at one point, and all kinds of really cool stuff in the catacombs for sure. So I definitely recommend taking advantage of those sales before they open for the season and getting yourself a VIP pass so you can experience the catacombs at Pennhurst, because it definitely is a very cool attraction, and I'm looking forward to see the evolution of that attraction further in the coming years. It's going to be very interesting to see what else they change. So I had a positive experience in the catacombs this year. Lots of fun in there. Got startled multiple times. That will then take you to the administration building, the Pennhurst Asylum, the main attraction you are looking forward to go to, that main iconic building. You think of Pennhurst, that's the building you think of. And you have this creepy walk up to it, and they have mobile scare actors roaming around with really good quality costumes, custom costumes from Macabre Intentions, so shout out to them. Those costumes always look incredible in all the Pennhurst Asylum attractions and roaming around. They always look really good, so very happy to report back that they look awesome, and they are using them very effectively. So, and I got a picture with the Mohawk character, with the orange Mohawk, that character, so that was really neat. And he joked with me and said, about the VIP, said, "Oh yeah, that means a very impatient person." So that made me laugh. So that was great. And they had the scare actress that had the bedpan with the leaves in it, and she was out there scare acting. And at one point she had chalk and was writing on the ground with it, and that was really cool. She was drawing cats, and that was cool. And the lighting on there is absolutely beautiful. Perfect uplighting on there with the beautiful different colors on there. And I'll have pictures of it in this video so you can see what I'm talking about. So they have a line for VIP and the general admission, and obviously I went into the VIP line, and someone actually recognized me behind me and said, "Hey, are you the haunt informer? I think I recognize you," and that was really cool. It was nice to see that, so thank you for talking to me. They were very nice people, got to go through with them. Great time going through with them. It's always great to meet people that have followed me, and it's amazing that I can find people out in the wild and see them. It's awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's very, very humbling and a very nice thing to happen. So got to go through with people that knew me, and we went in at the very beginning. There's a nurse that's messing with you and telling you the rules, and she was great. Her makeup and her costume was excellent. And there's also another doctor there. He was great, and he had hand sanitizer, and he said, "Give me your hands," and we had to put on our hands, and he put hand sanitizer in it to make sure we were safe and didn't have germs going into the attraction. So that was fun. And the first scene, you see an animatronic of a Dr. Satan looking character. That was really neat. Very good quality animatronic. When you keep on going, and at points there's shock therapy with animatronics. They're shaking all over the place like they're getting shocked, and there's animatronics of different patients getting worked on, like drilled on, and lots of really cool animatronics in there. Lots of really impressive props in there as well. The scare actors were excellent. Lots of energy coming after you. Like I said, this is a touch haunt, so sometimes they touch your shoulders or touch your legs, like grab your leg or mess with your hair, things like that. They'll come at you, and sometimes if they want to, they'll chase after you. But it's a really fun, interactive experience. Obviously, the whole Hawkins Lab inspired area, the Strange Things inspired area was really neat. They added a new prop of Vecna in there, and that looked really cool. I really like that scene, very detailed. The giant scene, they have these absolutely massive patients, easily 12-foot tall props of these patients, and they're on these different tables, and one of them is stabbing somebody, this one prop, and that's a really impressive scene. The doctor in there is telling you he wants to work on you, and that's a really neat scene. One of the most memorable scenes in the main Pennhurst Asylum attraction is this very brightly lit white room where you see this one patient, and she has gory guts in her hands, like she has this like fake blood all over them, and she's messing with these intestines and coming at you with them, and that's easily one of the most memorable parts of that attraction because how just disturbing it is, and you're like, oh man, the patient's messing with this guts, and oh yeah, that really messes with you. Really is very memorable. I really enjoy that doll area, how it's evolved and changed over the years. It's a mix of props and puppets from Nevermore Productions. Shout out to them. It's very creepy in there with statue scares, and also the scare actress in there was excellent, where she was messing with the puppet that looks like it's made out of human body parts, and she had a great skit line in there, a whole skit she did. She was excellent working with it, working on the different pulleys and making the puppet move, and she was awesome. So shout out to her. She did a great job, and you get to see this massive demonic doll that's choking out this woman, and the voice goes from happy and kid-like to like evil and dark, and that was really cool. Those are really neat sets and really immersive environments that really catch you off guard. They have different phobias in there, like the dolls, like that a lot of people have fear of dolls, and then you see the gross out effects with the guts, and there's so many different themes. It's very impressive. The set design is really well done. Always have a great time in there. The whole bunk bed scene was great. The scare actors in there had a ton of energy, scaring you because you don't know where they're going to be, above the bunk beds or the bottom, and they come after you. That was a great scene. So I loved it. I really did. That main Pennhurst Asylum building is so good. At one point in the Pennhurst Asylum building, it looks like part of the top of the building has crashed down. There's a water effect, and that's absolutely incredible. It's very well lit too, so that's always a really memorable part of the attraction. And I like the whole like brain surgery area with the different projections of the walls. That was interesting. Always a very cool scene. So there's so much to see in that main Pennhurst Asylum building. And the library is awesome with the massive Gorgalore puppet that comes at you. It's very aggressive and scary in there. So much to see in that administration building. Definitely my favorite attraction at Pennhurst is the administration building. I like all the attractions, but that definitely is my favorite one. So after you barely escape that administration building, the very impressive haunted attraction there, largely life props and animatronics and all kinds of great effects in there, including that spider area at the very end, the massive spider mutant coming after you. That was really impressive. So after that great attraction, you will walk down to the morgue. And this attraction, as the name implies, at points you are going through environments that look like morgues, and they have these props with the feet coming out, and it's very immersive in there. I definitely enjoyed all the scare actors in there. They had a lot of energy. Shout out to Rib Effects for some really detailed props in there that look very gory and intense. Definitely added to those different scenes, so happy to see that. And there was a good chainsaw scare in there. They had a prop chainsaw with a sound effect coming after you in there. And it's always a fun time in the morgue. It's always very detailed. I really appreciate all the set design in there, and there's always so much to see. And I really enjoy it. It's really detailed. That whole area with the test tubes is so interesting. It was particularly fogged out this year, so I really couldn't tell where the scare actors are. So they definitely startled me in there, not knowing where they were. So that was awesome. It's always really cool to see that. There's lots of props of bodies from Ghost Ride on these different slabs, and you see the different doctors and patients coming after you, telling you about them, and they have water effects, so it looks like blood per se, but it's really water sprays at you from some of the props, and that's really cool. So it's always an immersive environment and a fun experience going through the morgue with all the different costumes and the makeup effects, and sometimes they have UV effects in there, and it's really fun. I really enjoyed my time in the morgue this year. Definitely a memorable experience. So after the morgue, you will go through the tunnels, containment, and this has very much a sci-fi theme to it. There's lots of control panels with different video effects on there, lots of mutants. At points, it looks like different aliens are in there. There's lots of pods that are broken, and there's different scare actors acting like they are inspecting the panels and making sure they're still working, and lots of cool lighting effects in there. I love the warp tunnel effect in there. There's so much to see. It's very visually stunning. And that whole area with the props of the sheet ghosts, that was awesome to go through that maze of it. And you don't know which one's going to be a scare actor, and mobile ones are scare actors coming after you. And that was really well done, really well lit. I loved going through that. That was one of my favorite parts of that whole attraction for sure. I love the slider scare actors that made the sparks on the walls. That was awesome. It's always fun to go through that attraction because at one point it gets very strobed and foggy, and you're looking down these long tunnels, and at one point you'll see a scare actor and they'll disappear and appear again. Another shout out to Macabre Intentions for the costume, where it looks like the two scare actors are conjoined with the tubes with the gas masks and the gowns, and they are coming after you, and they were growling after me, being very creepy coming after me. They were doing a great job. All those characters had a ton of energy in there, really messed with you, made sure they scared you. Lots of good star scares, really good loud booming soundtrack in there as well, and there's really a lot to see in there, ranging from the strobe lit areas to like at the beginning with that warp tunnel. At one point it looks like you're going into a vault, and there's so much to see in there. It's very visually stunning. There's a lot of really good quality set design there, lots of good props, and the scare actors really are the key to that attraction to make it really scary, because it's a great environment already. Like, you're getting scared from just being in the tunnels, and just the environment is just creepy and dank, and then the scare actors like really hit it home and make sure you get startled and scared in there. And I had a great time. I always enjoy going through the tunnels and the different scares they have in there, ranging from puppets to loud sound effects to all the scare actors and the sliders, and there's so much to see in there. And I actually got to go through the tunnels with the Lincoln Mill Haunt crew, so shout out to them. Very nice people. Shout out to the Lincoln Mill Haunt. And I got to go through the tunnels with them, and that was a blast. Some of them got star scared, and it was fun to see them get scared, and was a great time. It was always fun to go through haunts with other haunters because they can really appreciate all the set design and the scare acting techniques they do, and they learn from everybody. So it's really nice. It's a really nice experience when that happens. You get to go through haunts with other haunters. So definitely a wonderful night at Pennhurst. At the very end, it will take you to the courtyard where they have mobile food options and they have their merch trailer there. When I went, they had a merch trailer, so it looked like a storage unit but turned into a gift shop. That's what they had when I went. Apparently, they have a brand new gift shop you can go into that's fully immersive and really well done and really detailed. That is not what I saw. It wasn't open for opening night, so I didn't get to see that. When I go back to Pennhurst, potentially for off-season events, potentially Valentine's, I will be able to see that gift shop and I'll be able to report about it to you guys. I haven't seen it yet, so it'd be really cool to see that. But the trailer they had there, they had new merch this year of different jokes and things and new designs, and it was really neat. It's always fun to go to Pennhurst. I actually got one of the little magnets they had of the administration building. It said Pennhurst Asylum on it. So it's always a good time at Pennhurst. And that new pumpkin village, like the whole pumpkin forest you go through with all those animatronics and all the lighting in there, that's always so much fun to see. They added a lot of new animatronics to the pumpkin forest this year, and it's always really impressive because they have so many big monsters in there. They have some pumpkin monsters that like unfold and get bigger, and it's really neat. I really love the witches. They were really cool. The pumpkin witches that were larger than life. That was really neat. I actually did a whole video of just the pumpkin forest. I'll have that linked in the corner. And it was really neat. I really enjoyed that. That's a really nice addition to the attraction. After you go through the whole thing and you get scared and it's really messed up and distorted and really messes with you the whole time, and then you go out into this fall atmosphere, perfect fall atmosphere with all these pumpkins, and it's just creepy and has that just perfect ambiance of Halloween with the pumpkins and the pumpkin witches, and you can walk all around it, and it's a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed that addition. It was a welcome addition to Pennhurst, and they added more to it for 2024. So they definitely will be tweaking that, adding more to it every single year and making it even better. So always enjoy going to Pennhurst. It's always a positive experience. Massive shout out to Matt, the owner, and the entire build crew at Pennhurst Asylum for trying to up themselves every single year with all these different set designs. They always are changing it, whether it's that new spider cave area they were adding that was really crazy and wild they were working on, or the new dragon, the catacombs, the whole new ending the catacombs, and different other tweaks they did to the attractions, and the change up for the pumpkin forest. They always are changing it up. The new gift shop they're working on and have completed now, I believe. That was the Haunted Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends. And I'm on social media, and you can find all those links below. Tell me which one of the attractions at Pennhurst Asylum is your favorite. Tell me that in the comments below. And as always, happy hauntings.